Second by Coomer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The adoption of the orders of the day is the Barren Metcalf 911 payment from landline reimbursement, which is $6,804.39 to be going to the Barren Metcalf 911. Need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Motion by Gross. Second by Stinson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I need to approve the minutes of January 20th, 2026. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by Pettigo.
Second.
Second by Coomer. Sorry, Kenzo, I got you. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Which one do you need? Huh? Oh, no, it wouldn't have been January 20th. Yeah, we've already approved those. Let's approve the minutes from the February meeting. Yeah, sorry, that's, okay, February 9th meeting. We need to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Thank you for that. Okay, the meeting minutes we need to approve for the February 9th, 2026 meeting. We need to motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by Botts, second by Stinson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Some individuals today that do phenomenal jobs in our community, help our students out. They are just wonderful people. You know, people don't understand. I mean, actually, I was talking to the Fiscal representative. To keep kids safe, have safe, fun events after prom, and then also we have individuals, like opportunities for the students to have drug-free training and some stuff like that within our schools. So we are thankful for everything that they do, and they are here today with us. So I know we're missing some. Tina had told me that she would not be, so I'm going to call out each. If she's not, we'll get it to them. So when I give you the check, please kind of stay up here in the front. We'll take a picture at the end, okay? Temple Hill Elementary. Is Temple Hill here yet? Not here yet, okay. South Green Elementary. Okay, oh yeah, sorry, right there. Hayden, yes. Okay, Red Cross Elementary. Okay, at Park City. North Jackson. Let's see here. The next one is High School Elementary. Highland Elementary. Glasgow Middle. Oh yeah, Tina. Tina, she said she will get hers on Friday. Glasgow High School, she'll do high school too, right? She'll do both those, yes, okay. And Eastern Elementary. Your neighbor. Caverna Independent School. And Caverna's covers the elementary, middle school, and high school in one check, so thank you, yes. And Barren County Middle School. You're going to take that one, I figured, yeah. And you'll do the high school too, correct? Yes, that's what I did, yeah. And then Austin Tracy. Thank you. Yes, okay, awesome. Everybody give these people a round of applause. Magistrates, I know you love this, but you care to get a picture real quick?
What's that total
have the total now, but we'll have that later. Thank you.
Tippy toeing when I get around you.
All right, 1, 2, 3. One more, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
I'll get Tina. Thank you. All right, glasses. Okay, next we'll go into, okay, those three, let's keep those, I'll get those to them. Okay. Next, any other announcements? Are there events no, Marcus, nothing coming up right now. I will say Glasgow schools are hosting, the high school's hosting the district tournaments next week, so that'll be a large attended event because of all the, oh yeah, the Republican Lincoln Day dinner will be February the 28th at the Cave City Convention Center also. Anything else in the month of February? No? Okay. So we've done all those announcements. But thank you all for coming today. I truly appreciate people that are here, and we love hearing back from individuals. Let's go to, I've been on the phone since 6:30 this morning, so good morning. Yeah, I love it. I do, I love it. Okay, let's go into the reports. Approve the County Judge Executive Monthly Financial Report, January 2026. Need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by Pettigo.
Second.
Second by Durham. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the County Attorney Monthly Settlement Report for January 2026. Need a motion and second.
So moved.
Motion by Gross.
Second.
Second by Coomer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the County Clerk January 2026 fee report subject to audit. Need a motion and a second.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Kinslow.
Second.
Second by Stinson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the County Clerk 2025 final settlement subject to audit. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by Botts.
Second.
Second by Gross. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the County Clerk 2025 excess fees. I need a motion and a second.
Make the motion.
Motion by Kinslow.
Second.
Second by Stinson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Need the sheriffs approve the January 2026 fee report. Need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by Kinslow, second by Durham. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I will say this, I don't think we've met since since we had the announcement here about Tate. They've been wonderful being in our community. They've already hired, I think, a large amount of people and hiring more. I think I heard the other day, for 400 jobs, they had 3,000 applicants. For everyone that wants to, wonder where the workers are at, they're there, people. We've got it, and I'm so excited for that. They're excited to have opportunity to grow that also. So that was a huge opportunity, I think, to show how wonderful Barren County is, and a huge attraction for other opportunities. The other thing to think about, too, is we did have the $20 million appropriation that Senator McConnell's office has obligated to Barren County for the Barren County Ag Expo Center. I had a message from somebody this weekend, magistrates. They were at the rodeo at Western's Ag Expo Center there. And they asked me, they were talking about questions about the size and Barren counties and stuff like that. And they said, well, everybody here is from Barren County, so I think we even just from Barren County, we're going to fill it. But we're excited to get that going. We're following up with some meetings here in the next 2 or 3 weeks to pursue that, and it's just a huge opportunity for Barren County. I'm going back up even to DC again to have some other opportunities come. So I'm thankful for that. I know that the magistrates are as well, and actually even talked to Western too about some awesome partnerships that we can do with them and their event center as well. So thank you. Next, reports. Coroner.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Enjoying this warm weather and sunshine?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm good, bro. For the Barren County Coroner's Office, month of January, we had 8 death investigations, with 6 of those being natural, and unfortunately, we had 2 suicides. February to date, we have had 10 death investigations, with 9 natural, and 1 is an accidental house fire. Everybody check your smoke alarms, be sure they're working, with 1 autopsy with that. And thoughts and prayers out to Squire Coomer, lost a family member last night, and you need anything, you let us know. Any questions? Thank you, Cole.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, county clerk. There she is.
It's my turn. All right. Good morning, everybody.
morning.
How are
Morning.
y'all? Good, good. Okay, you can smile. It's fine. I appreciate y'all so much. I love it when I get to talk to you for the good things you've done for me. I know sometimes things kind of go sideways, but that's just part of leadership, and we do make tough decisions some days that folks like and some folks don't like. I mean, Lord, I didn't even make my daddy happy one time, Tim, whenever I had to change the voting locations up during COVID. But you know, we live and we learn. Yeah, I know, Ronnie. I know you didn't help me none on that either. But anyway, we do the best we can. Sometimes decisions are harder than others. Just to let y'all know good things about your Barren County Clerk's office. This, for the year 2025, and this number just blows my mind, but just in and out down there, we had over $17 million. So 17.1 million in and out of that office. Now, obviously, in and out, we don't get to turn over all those fees to Barren County. The state gets their part, and other taxing districts gets their part. But excess fees, just over 1.5 million to the court. So we're happy about that. For the month of January, just over 110,000. So anyway, doing big things. But one of the things I want to mention this morning, because it's really important, I've been wondering where all the people are because February, for the last couple of years, has been super busy. Prior to that, it was always super busy in March. But I figured out on Friday when I got an email where all the people are. The notices that you get in the mail to tell you to come in and pay your tags, they've been delayed for the month of March. So I encourage you, if you know you've got a farm tag on your vehicle, or if you've got a trailer or a weighted plate, let's see, what else could you have? Starting March 1st, we can do boat renewals, but, or if your birthday's just in March, come on in, y'all. I know that most folks wait on those notices to know how much it's gonna be, and I wish that we could take every phone call and look up every vehicle for everybody, but that takes a lot of time away from the work in that front line. But just know those notices are supposed to come out. But they're delayed. So if you wait on them, then you're going to find yourself waiting in lines that are probably to the elevator. So that's probably what's getting ready to happen. So if you're wondering what's going on, that's what's happened, because we got a lot of ag tags here in Barren County. We're probably one of the largest counties as far as ag tags are here in Kentucky. So make sure if you've got a farm plate on your truck, Tim, come on in and let's get you taken care of, okay? Don't wait on those notices. And just again, you know, they reminded us to remind y'all, those are the notices are a convenience, but late or failed receipt of the notice does not modify the liability of timely payment, okay? So I can't waive any fees or anything if you don't come because you didn't get your notice. Those are just a courtesy reminder. All right, thank y'all. Any questions? Nope, y'all just come on when you're ready, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Parks and Rec Department. All good. That winter season's just. Well, you're getting ready for the spring. I know that it's going to be a big spring, so. Do what? Oh, I skipped the Joe. I'm sorry. I already checked it, but you're good though. Nothing. Okay, mark you up. Okay, go ahead, Shirley. Sorry.
Morning.
Good morning.
For the month of January, our crews went out and covered 120 miles of county highways. They picked up 915 bags of trash, 16 tires, 25 wildlife, and put in 5,240 inmate hours. At $15 an hour, that's a savings to the county of $78,600. We also booked in 219 people in February, and we released 187. And coming back to the trash side of it, February is going to be a little slower at the beginning because of all the snow and everything. And we're already getting some calls about roads that look pretty bad because when the snow melts and the runoff out of the woods and stuff, it runs to the ditches and leaves a lot of trash. But we've got crews out every day picking up trash. So if we haven't got to your road, I know they've been working over, I think maybe in your district some, and some other places. We are coming, but you know, it may take us a little time to get there because there's trash everywhere right now. So
They've been great about the road department, helping out with the road
they've been
department.
going out trying to help get some of the trees chopped up. We're from all the ice and everything else. So we've got crews out and they're scattered to different entities trying to get this stuff picked up. But we are coming. So give us a little time. If your road has a lot of trash on it, we will get there as quick as we can. So. The reality of it is a lot of times you go down a road and pick up trash, and then a couple of days later you drive through there and you see where people throwed out trash or bags of trash or tires. You know, if you see somebody throwing this stuff out, you know, let us know. We'll try to get to it as quick as we can. But if people would just not pitch it out, that would help us a whole lot. So
Yeah.
anything else from me, Court?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Taylor. Appreciate you.
Road department.
To help through the storm.
Oh, yes, road department.
Everything been good, ain't it?
Well, good morning, Court. Well, I don't know if I can keep
He's got a
pace.
packet today.
Hey, I had to bring notes today. I don't know if I can keep pace with our county clerk, but I'm gonna give her a whirl here today. Yeah. I'm gonna start at the bottom of my report first, because through all this weather we've had, February 2nd, down in District 2, we got oil well back open again. That was washed out in February of last year. Put it back, got washed out again in April. And give the credit to Garland, going after FEMA funds. And we got to put back in concrete with a turn-down wall this time. So let's hope we got her fixed this time. It's fixed. So, like I say, a lot of hats off to Garland on that. Go ahead. Yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, now we'll get into Winter Storm Fern. Whew-wee. 19 days straight we worked. You know, and the other number I'll throw out there is 612 miles of county road. Now, we had a plan going into this. Of course, temperature plays a big factor in all this too, you know. Can't say enough good about the group I got at the road department. We were hammering away every day at it. And then to throw us the curveball was limbs. We had to drive around limbs. We had to push limbs out of the road. We had to clear roads. Roads were completely impassable. So, you know, of course, state of emergency got called in, made things a little bit easier. Give a thanks to Susan because she took care of the tree side of this equation. We had them everywhere. I don't know, 30, 40 roads worth of trees. Garland and Marcus both stepping up and helping from pushing snow to help making brine, you know. We have a couple of miles contracted for snow removal right around town here. That's bid out every year. M&M Excavating. Can't thank them enough for the job they did. And another, you know, when these trees hit, and I can't give enough praise that our road department could not function without the volunteer fire departments around this county, because they were, boom, right away helping, you know. We got to the point we couldn't haul the track hoe. I was driving the backhoe, helping them clear roads they couldn't get. Farmers around the county. Boy, they help push trees, they help clean roads. Can't thank them all, don't know who all helped, but thank you. Anybody that had equipment that was out there, anybody that had chainsaws that helped us clear roads. I mean, the county stepped up. That's greatly appreciated. Even Squire Coomer jumped in a pickup truck with a plow for 2-3 days and helped me out in his district. with state of emergency, okay, I could bring, if I needed extra help, and Wayne Pettigo, which has helped push snow before, caught him, he was right there, knows what he's doing, turned him loose. The Division of Forestry was out helping clear roads. And through the state, I guess company SDR was with skid steers, track hose, and bucket trucks. They took care of the tree thing after we got to that point, so we could get back to focusing with all our manpower on the roads, trying to get them clear. So, and the National Guard, I don't want to forget about them. They were in here helping us too. It was just a lot. And I don't remember what day the judge called me, and she goes, "What do you need?" I said, "Well, we need another grader." We had a pocket down off of 87 that had power lines down it. We could not clear roads. Well, then they turned to ice pack. So with the state's help, Scotty's come in with a grader, and they took care of that part down there to get them roads open back up, because at that point, I was heading north on the grader to clear roads that got away from us up there, too. And the weather was different from north to south. I mean, districts 2 and 3, you had more trees, you had more ice. North of Glasgow North, we had more snow, but once it refroze, boy, it was packed if we didn't get the roads clear. Yeah, I had to make notes. I'm telling you all, bear with me here. The big numbers, we used over 42,000 gallons of brine. Now, that was pre-treating. Now, we learned a couple years ago, I've been here a few years, that you can help use that to melt this ice. If the weather gets right and some sun, you can lay brine down, go back in a couple hours and melt it. Cost-efficient way to go about getting it loosened up. We used around close to 700 tons of salt, which, wow, but 2 weeks worth of battle in cold temperatures. So now we got crews picking limbs, and I want to thank the jailer for sending some help over there, chip limbs. And we had some chip sealed roads that started falling to pieces that were cracked up. So we got another crew trying to put roads back together again. We're going to have potholes. We're working every day at it. But lastly, I want to thank the Fiscal Court. I've been there quite a few years, and where we started with equipment, and this is the 4th year I've been tasked running the road department, we would have not have accomplished as quick as we did without the equipment and the extra added salt storage a couple years ago. That doubled our salt storage. We had the salt, so thank you all for that. Any questions, any comments?
I'll reiterate just how great of a job you all did. I mean, the state, KYTC, even reached out to reiterate how great Barren County did. And they were just, they were talking, just raving about you all and how you all handled the situation that we were put in. I don't know if people understand, but like Pulaski, it was Pulaski County, Barren, Allen, and Monroe that were the worst hit in the state. And the governor's office, from Jim Gray to those people, were reaching out continually, and the emergency management director, the co-ops, and just kind of that coordination part of it, definitely, and everything Garland did and you did. It's crazy how it happened, but how great you all did with it all.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Go ahead, Mark.
I got a comment. In my district, most of the county roads were better than state roads were. So I don't know if that means y'all did a better job or you got on them quicker or what, but I'd be driving down the state road, and I mean, it was like one of these sled runs on the Olympic. And then one of our roads off to the side, you could see pavement on most of them. And I was like, wow.
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
And I didn't hear where we didn't have any milk get picked up or no feed get in, so I'll take that as a win too.
Yes.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you.
Great job.
All right, thank you all.
Okay, next, sheriff is out this morning. Y'all good? Nothing? Okay, gotcha. Okay. Administrative and Budget Committee meeting met. Mr. Kinslow?
Yes, we met at 4 yesterday afternoon here. It was the regular committee members, Mr. Botch, Mr. Gross, myself, and we had a little bit of a crowd. Wasn't a lot of people, but we had several. A few of them are here again today. And we just went over some procedures. Normally, the only people that ever show up at our committee meeting is Mr. Evans or people that we invite, and usually we invite them that we need information that they are experts in, or at least more than what we are. But anyway, I just explained to everybody here yesterday how committee meetings work. But anyhow, the only thing that I need to actually tell you about the meeting was that we went over the amendments that have been proposed to the new ordinance. Mr. Richardson was here yesterday, and since his job was to write all this up, we decided to just let him go over it. Did a good job, and everybody left with a better understanding than maybe when they got here yesterday. So that was all yesterday was. It just, an attempt to give a little more information out. So that was it.
Okay. Next, Building and Property Committee, meeting was canceled. Mr. Botts, do you have anything?
We do not, thank you.
Okay. Economic Development Committee meeting was canceled. Mr. Gross, do you have anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Emergency Management Solid Waste Committee, meeting canceled. Do you have anything, Mr. Simpson?
Marcus, do you have anything you'd like to talk about on any of this?
Good morning, Court.
Good morning.
2025 report. Between myself and the road crews, we put in 359 tons of trash cleaned up from the county into the landfill. We also picked up a total of 1,467 tires last year. And on to everything everybody's been asking about countywide cleanup. March 23rd to the 28th. That includes a Saturday, half day. It's all going to be at the county road department's lower lot. We're going to consolidate down to one for her contractor to be better suited to fulfill the dumpster needs. So that's all I've got.
So just have the one location?
One location, all week
That's it,
long.
all week, okay.
When I know there's no tires this time, but when is that?
The tire amnesty will be again in 2027.
27, okay, thank you.
I still cannot get over the amount of tires that were turned in on that. That was crazy.
Thank you, Marcus.
Yes, next, emergency meeting, that one, jail committee, meeting canceled. Mr. Durham, do you have anything?
I don't at this time, Judge.
Okay, Parks and Rec Committee met. Mr. Pettigo, do you have anything?
Yes.
Okay,
Park and Rec Committee met Friday, January 13th at 10 a.m. here in the Barren County Government Center. We opened bids for mowing for Jackie Browning Park. We had 6 bids turned in. And I'd like to put in the motion to accept Runyon's Lawn Care for $10,850 a year.
I'll second that.
okay, $10,850, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's a motion and second on the floor. Any discussion?
What was the price last year, Mr.
It's
Pettigo?
13. Yeah,
13?
yeah,
Thank you.
yep.
And said you had 6 bids.
Mm-hmm.
What was the lowest and the highest one?
Runyon's was the lowest, I know that.
The other lowest, Runyon's was the lowest. The next one to it was second to none mowing with $13,175. The highest was Green River mowing at $15,500.
All right.
And I know they did their due diligence to make sure everything was, they reached out to Runyon's and, yep. So, okay, motion and second on the floor. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, anything else? You good?
That was it.
Okay, Mr. Pettigo. Transportation Committee meeting was canceled. Mr. Kramer, do you have anything?
No, just thanking the road department again, that's all I have.
Next, business. Okay. Need to approve the payment of claims as presented. I need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by Stinson. Second by Gross. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve, we need to approve the transfer of funds. I need a motion and a second.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Durham, second by Kinslow. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, need to approve appointments to boards and councils as presented. I need a motion and a second.
Motion?
Motion by Botts,
Second.
second by Coomer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve personnel actions as presented. I need a motion and a second.
Motion?
Motion by Botts,
Second.
second by Stinson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I know the next one. I know, yeah. Okay, we're going to move the budget amendment to, the two readings will be in the month of March to make sure we get all of the monies that's coming back in from FEMA into that. And just to make sense, rather than doing two budget amendments, we'll do it all at once. We'll do the first reading at the beginning of March and the second reading in the in-person meeting in March, right? Okay, so we're not doing E. Okay? Need to adopt the second reading, okay. Okay, that's fine, I got that, okay. Okay, so everyone has a copy of the amendments that Mr. Richardson sent out, correct?
Yes.
Everybody has that, okay, good. Okay, so the first vote will be to vote on the amendments. Okay, the first vote today is to vote on the amendments to the proposed ordinance 702. I need a motion and a second before we can discuss.
Hey, Judge,
Yes,
don't we have to bring up the original
I'm-
first?
I'm going by my attorney here, so,
I think we're just going to, I mean, it's already had the first reading, so before the second reading, I think we have to address the written amendment to,
I just want to make sure.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're good, yeah.
okay. Okay, we're voting right now on the amendments to the proposed ordinance 702. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Motion by Coomer,
Second.
second by Botts. Okay, discussion?
Can Mr. Richardson go over the
Yes.
amendments, please?
So yesterday at the committee meeting, I addressed a lot of this as well, but to kind of summarize, and also included a summary behind the amendments that I put, that I gave, when I gave you the copies here today. And so basically, going down this list, and a lot of this addresses a lot of the concerns that most of you had or brought to my attention. Certain sections, and it's only 3 sections we're doing amendments on. The first section on animals running at large, I guess there were some concerns about clarifying when the fines come into play, so I added the language upon conviction thereof. But I also included a section as well that says on the first offense, it's at the violator's option to pay a prepayable fine to Glasgow Police Department in lieu of going to court, which is already in the ordinance as it stands today, except right now it's at the discretion of animal control. This would put the discretion with the defendant. So if they felt like, they needed to contest it or something, they can take it to court if they wish. We removed the jail time, cleaned up one of the paragraphs on animals running at large as paragraph B, took out attacking people. That was in the old ordinance. That's addressed in harboring a vicious animal, which is already state law, but I've made it its own section here because the state law is kind of confusing when you read it. I made it easier to read here in the ordinance, and as long as it doesn't, as long as it's not inconsistent with state law and it's the same, it can be put in there. Under livestock running at large, there was concerns. I myself had spoken to a farmer that brought up the issue where, if their cattle got out due to their fence being damaged, they didn't know about the damage to the fence. Obviously, in general practice, if animal control were to talk to that individual and they didn't know about it, that's not something that we would pursue. But to kind of alleviate people's concerns, I put in there the requirement that an owner would not be in violation if they were unaware that there was damage to their fence that would allow the livestock to escape. And again, the livestock running at large, people have asked about that. That's something we put in there because, and I didn't even know myself until I talked to sheriff and animal control, but the amount of times the sheriff's department's had to go out to deal with livestock out in public roads, and obviously that's a danger to livestock and to people and to passersby. Added the language upon conviction thereof for the same reasons as the previous section, and also added here that you would have the option on the first offense to do a prepayable fine. Under animals as a nuisance, took out one of the sections due to possibly being vague, which was paragraph 9. I added in paragraph 4 into the barking regulation, which had somebody, that was the one that I didn't think that people would really have a big issue with until it came about. That's the whole purpose of having these proceedings and reading it twice. But, as I mentioned before, the provision against excessive barking during nighttime hours has been on the books since 1996. And this actually, again, narrows the scope because obviously county's gotten a lot bigger. You got thousands more people than you did in 96. You got actual neighborhoods now that kind of mimic what the city like what you have in the city, so people are closer together. So what this does is it narrows it down. You obviously have to show that it's excessive, continuous, to the point that you're interfering with people's use and enjoyment of their property. Added the definition that a neighborhood would be a group of 3 or more residential properties that can be observed from the front entrance of the violator's property. And didn't want to do something to where people had to go out with a yardstick to try to do measurements. So I think that in most areas where you're going to have a problem like this, you walk out your front door, you're going to have at least 3 or more houses if it's an actual neighborhood. If you're out in the county, you got maybe one or two houses around you. This is not something that's going to apply to you. Added the upon conviction thereof into the fine. Also took out the jail requirement. So I think that addressed all the major issues that were brought to my attention to be added into this. And I also wanted to make it clear for the magistrates, I mean, I'm sure you know this, but I wanted to make sure is that just because you're voting on this does not mean you're approving the second reading. We're going to have the second reading whether you approve it or not, but if you approve this, this will be put into, this will amend the ordinance that we're going to have a second reading on today, and this will be incorporated into that. So you're only right now voting on whether or not to amend that proposed ordinance. And then after that, we'll have the second reading on the ordinance with or without the amendments. Any magistrates have any questions? Or
Can you alleviate that there is a difference between livestock and animals?
Yes. So in the definition section, at the very beginning of the ordinance, it plainly says that animals, the definition of animals is going to include, like dogs, for example. It specifically excludes livestock. Livestock is its own definition. So like, for example, the nuisance ordinance applies to animals. It does not apply to livestock. That was a question that was asked. But livestock, I mean, there's a lot of state laws already on livestock, and some of that's been incorporated into those livestock provisions as well. Like if there's stray cattle coming on your property, you don't know who the owner is, that kind of stuff, what you can do with it. So there's a lot of state laws already on the books for that. This just addresses, again, the situation that we had with the sheriff having to spend time to go out and deal with these. And again, in general practice, I mean, if you're here today worried about this, you're probably not the person that this is going to be affecting. I mean, the people that we always have a problem with are people where they're like, yeah, I'll fix it, I'll take care of it, whatever, then they don't. And then you're out there 2 or 3 times, at some point, their action has to be taken. And it just looks like, because if we don't, it looks like we're not enforcing anything. So, and I know in general practice, in all the years I've done this, animal control, tries to do what they can to avoid going to court. I mean, because again, we don't want to overload the docket with stuff like this. I also want to make clear too, even if you go to court, like even if you end up getting the fine and going to court, my prosecutors there, we try to work with people. The goal is to get people to stop doing the conduct that's prohibited, not necessarily to put something on your record. Now, most of the time we get a lot of repeat offenders. We get people that, again, it's a small percentage of people that commit most of the crime. And those are most of the folks that we deal with. We get people that got a clean record, they're remorseful, for any type of charge. Those are the people that we can work with. It's the people that just don't listen and don't correct anything is the ones we usually have a problem with. Any other questions?
I did have someone reach out to ask just questions, and I answered them, and Chief Howie helped me with that as well, because, I mean, I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there. Someone that actually called and we talked about, they had said, so, you know, they misunderstood who was going to be enforcing this. It's not, you know, that we already have animal control. We have animal control officers. We have 3 animal control officers, 3 currently, that's been working for, I don't know, how long have we had 3? I mean, it's been a long time, right? They are not police officers, you know, they are animal control officers. And they had a total last year of 2,596 calls countywide. That's cities, everything. So that people, you know, that are calling in. But, I mean, that's not meaning that they did citations with every one of those situations either. I'm just getting at that's how much they're dealing with. So, you know, it's not your city police that are doing it. They put, just to make sure everyone understands, so the interlocal agreement that was put into place in 1996 for animal control, because every county is responsible for animal control, every county. So if we didn't have Bravo, we would be responsible to have a, what's it called? Sorry, I went blank just then. We would be responsible to house these animals that were picked up by animal control. Currently, animal control, Bravo helps us out with that. But going back to what we were talking about with when it was set up with the interlocal agreement, they put animal control under the chief of police in Glasgow so that we didn't have 2 different animal control offices. So that's the reason it was set up the way it is. Again, 1996. So just to make sure everybody understands that, because I had a question about that. Somebody had asked me if the, you know, city police were going to start being animal control. I said, no, that's not how it's going to happen. So also the other concerns that have been reached out, you know, with the barking dogs. The barking dog part has been in there since 1996 also, so that's nothing new. But I do feel like, I mean, me and Mr. Rich, I will say this, I mean, he has done, I mean, worked all weekend long trying to kind of come up with some type of amendment that addressed all the concerns that we brought up at the meeting last Monday that we talked about from the constituents that we've received, basically their comments and concerns. So I do feel like he listened and that he addressed those concerns within the amendments. I will just say that. Because it was extreme on some stuff, and he did reduce the extremities. But again, it goes back to common sense. I mean, it's and good neighbors. You're gonna have, you know, you're not gonna have these issues like he's saying with situations that you've never had before, if that makes sense. Does it make sense? So like somebody called me about it. They said, so, you know, this is gonna make this happen. No, it's, if you've not had it before and you're not gonna have it now, there's nothing that's been added to this that would change that before. So anyway, that's just my, so. On the amendments, that's what I'm talking about, on the amendments. I do feel like on the amendments, he listened and addressed those concerns.
I have a question for Mike, just to make sure that I'm clear in all the rest of the ones that's going to be voting. Right now, we're on the original. Are we going to vote on that and then come back to the amendments, or the amendments? Are we going to have to make a motion? I need to clarify that.
Yeah, what we're voting on now is to amend the ordinance. So once you, like if you approve it, those amendments will be incorporated into the proposed ordinance that you will then have a second reading on.
So we don't make a motion for the amendments?
You know, I mean, we already made you have to make a motion to vote on the amendments. That's what you're voting on. Once you approve it, or if you approve it, or maybe not approve it, whatever happens, if let's say you approve it, then after that, at that point, the proposed amendment that you will have a second reading on has now been amended, and these changes is now incorporated into that. And then you have a motion to have the second reading, which will include those amendments if you approve it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Where I'm still confused at it is, we had the first amendment.
Well, no, we haven't had an amendment.
Well,
yeah, we just had the first reading, right?
First reading. Okay, we had the first reading, and we voted. And so now they're changed. My constituents had 30 days to very well tell me how they felt about the first one. So then if we change it, they get another 30 days, or you're not giving them another 30 days to have their talk about this new amendment that we're putting in place? That's the only part that, now explain that to me.
Well, like I said, I mean, I'm following at the direction of the fiscal court, and all these changes that have been incorporated were all the issues that were brought to my attention that was requested to be in there. So these are all complaints that have all come up during this entire time that we've had these discussions. You know, so I mean, this is, stuff that's kind of been on the table for a little while after the first reading.
So today's gonna, once you vote today, it's over, said and done.
Right. So you're voting right now on the amendments, and then whatever the outcome of that is, you then have the second reading that was scheduled today for the ordinance.
Okay.
Okay, there is a motion on the floor to vote and second to vote on the amendments to the proposed ordinance 702. We'll do a roll call vote on that. On the amendments proposed, we're voting on the amendments proposed ordinance 702. Roll call.
Jeff Botts?
Yes.
Derek Pettigo?
No.
Tim Durham?
No.
Tim Coomer?
Yes.
Marty Kinslow?
Yes.
Ronnie Stinson?
Yes.
Brad Gross?
Yes.
Okay, so now that passed. So now we go into the next discussion. Okay. So now we have the second reading for ordinance number 702, regulating animals with the amendments that are approved in the previous reading. So to make sure that we're not voting currently on the reading that we got from the previous, for the first reading. That is now amended with the approved amendments. Correct. Okay.
I'll make that motion, Judge.
Okay, motion by Coomer,
Second?
second by Botts. Discussion.
Where can the public find a copy of what he's just done?
Yeah, I can get you one at the end. Yeah, I got it, yep. And I think Glasgow News had posted it, and then so the Progress, I think, has done it as well, yeah, yeah.
I read all that.
Yeah,
You said that he didn't.
yeah. No, it's the same one. Nothing's been changed since, literally, I think you and I talked at 11:30 PM Sunday night before you were going to send it out. So nothing has changed since what you have. Yeah, nothing has changed.
What I read, maybe from a week ago,
Yeah, not
I
then.
came in here to discuss.
Yeah.
But the amendments that you said covered 90% of my issues.
Perfect.
So I just want to read the new version.
Yeah, you're good, yeah. No, and that's, nothing has changed since Sunday, so you are completely correct. And thank you for that.
In discussion in my district, to verify some of the comments down where I'm raised up on New Salem Road, farm was developed since 1996. Hollis Thomas, Herschel Thomas, Thomas Hills. We've got a lot of different subdivisions since I was a little boy where I could run and hunt and play. And one of my decision to help support this is because of these communities coming in. I have all the faith if there's something that we possibly missed, that if there's a farmer or people that have chicken farms or some kind of something that comes up, that we can address that, have confidence to come up to us, and we can look at that. If you see that somebody possibly is abusing their authority, we're up here to help the public. We know we got to have farmers, and we know we have to have all types of farming. So I just want you all to know that we are here and we can change anything because we're changing it in this. So basically, I've looked at it and thought very hard. It's the reason we're having to have this. We talked about neighbors. It's just a discipline thing. Some people are not disciplined. I had to have discipline when I was a kid, and I'm glad that they did. We can't have that now in school. My wife was a teacher, but I don't want to get on. It's just basically discipline to help solve some problems, and we're trying to help the law enforcement. That's all I have to say.
The Animal Control Board also, that is another an avenue to reach out to with concerns. If you do have concerns, with ongoing operations or any concerns of overreach, then that's another avenue as well. So if you have any questions about when they meet, we can get that out to you all as well. So,
I think each and every one of us vote. The vote I make is not for Tim Durham. I want you to know that now. I'm not voting for Tim Durham. I'm voting for the people of my district and District 3. And they're the ones that spoke out. And that's the reason I'm sitting here today, because of District 3. And that's who I've got to vote for. It's not my choice, for me. I think, every one of them that's put all this time in has done a great job. I appreciate everybody that's worked on it. They've worked on it diligently since March, but my people have spoken.
well, and I'll tell you one thing I am thankful about, even though it's been a very, I know for everybody, it's been a very stressful, month now, over a little bit over a month, but I've enjoyed a lot of the conversations and civil conversations that I've had with people. To have that, and I will say that I know that the magistrates have too, and I've and just know that people listened to your concerns and they were addressed in the amendment. So that's a good thing. Okay, so that is something to come as a positive of this. So I do appreciate that. So we'll say that. So, yeah. Okay, roll call.
Derek Pettigo,
No.
Tim Durham,
No.
Tim Coomer,
Yes.
Marty Kinslow,
No.
Ronnie Stinson,
Yes.
Brad Gross,
Yes.
Jeff Botts.
Yes.
Motion carries. Need to approve the memorandum of understanding with AOC with the courthouse for the courthouse concrete stairs. This is a really awesome, great thing. I need a motion and a second before I can discuss.
Motion.
Motion by Stinson.
Second.
Second by Coomer. We're so excited that the Administrative Office of the Courts has given us $159,000 to repair all the concrete on the inner part of the square around the courthouse. I don't know if anybody's walked around there lately, but it needs it. It's never been done. So we're excited. We've asked, and now they're going to give it to us, and we're going to repair that. We had more bids put out again, and the price dropped dramatically, and we're very excited to get that money and get that project started here in April. And we're going to try to do some repairs also in partnership with the City of Glasgow to repair the lawn, because if you all seen, there's not much grass out there, so we're going to try to get that fixed. But our square is definitely something to be proud of, and we're so thankful to get this money back into our community. And the $159,000 coming from AOC to repair the sidewalks. So I need to sign the memorandum of agreement. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Judge, we need to get those signs cleaned too.
We do.
The historical signs.
They do. I know. I brought that up to, I think, who was that we asked on that? Sam Terry? Because it cannot just be done, it's very specific on how you have to do it. And he was looking into that. And then also, the Veterans Group had brought up the sign. I don't know if you've known this, but there's signs on the side of the courthouse that originally were there before the Veterans Park. And we were talking about moving those over to the Veterans Park because there's Purple Heart recipients over there. Some other individuals, Mr. Motor had told me, and so did Mr. Wagner. So, yes, all in projects. So, next, need to approve the authorization of Judge Executive to sign the 2025 Solid Waste Annual Management Report. Need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by Stinson, second by, who was that? Pettigo. I will say this before I go to this. Marcus, you do an excellent job.
Absolutely.
You do an excellent job. You do. So, just want to make sure you know that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the authorization of Judge Executive to sign up the closing documents for the fiscal year 2025-2026 Waste Tire Grant Closing Report. Need a motion and a second.
So move.
Motion by Coomer.
Second.
Second by, well, I'm going to give Kinslow that one. Second by Kinslow. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approve the Fit for Life Service Agreement for 2026. Need a motion and a second before I can discuss.
Motion.
Motion by, was that Stinson?
Second.
Second by Gross. This is a service we offer to employees. It's what's it called, a la carte. If the city actually does it like it's already, we just do a la carte to offer it to individuals that are county employees to go there for free, if they have a cold or something like that. It's a free service. that we pay à la carte to. We've not paid, honestly, that much, but it's just a service that we do offer on top of their health to help out with getting employees healthier and back to work. So that's all that is. It's à la carte. It's only used if the employees use it, basically. So it's the Fit for Life. It's through TJ Sampson. It's over there in the Plaza, shopping center. You know, over there beside of Phillips Market over there. Yeah, that one. What Serenity used to be there. Yeah, sorry. So, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the invoice from Pettigo Lessenberry for $8,511.96. Need a motion and second.
So moved.
Motion by Gross,
Second.
second by Kinslow. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. That is for the bond. That's for a bond, yes. That's for our bonds, for the clerk. Yep. Okay, next. Approve the invoice for Team First Sports for $10,000. Need a motion and a second.
Motion?
Motion by Botts.
Second.
Second by Gross. This is the down payment on uniforms, correct? Yes. Any discussion? I will say this. I don't know if y'all saw our uniforms in the last 2 leagues, but they are phenomenal. And these people are located right here in Barren County, correct? Good. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approve the invoice from Barren River Area Development District for $11,250, the Brad District. Need a motion and second. This is our commitment to Brad.
So moved.
Motion by Coomer, second by, was that you, Gross?
Yes, ma'am.
Second by Gross. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the invoice from M&M Excavating for $11,880. This is the group that did the snow and ice for us. They did an excellent job. And if you are interested in bidding that, we do that in our bid packet in the spring. And it's a great thing that we've got going with that. That helps out a ton. So, need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by Pettigo.
Second.
Second by Durham. Any discussion?
I want to say that, I know they did a lot in my district. I think they did a lot in Mr. Pettigo's district. I thought they did an excellent job this time.
They did.
They worked in mine as well. Great job.
Yep. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approve the invoice from Cars, Ringen, and Ingram for totaling $20,000. Need a motion and a second.
Make the motion.
Motion by Kinslow. Second by Gross. This is the invoice for the, for the audit, sorry. That's the county. Every county is responsible to get an audit every year, so they're doing our audit this year. So that's their first invoice. So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approve the invoice from CAECO Workers' Compensation Fund for $28,818. Need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Pettigo, second by Kinslow. Any discussion?
Yes, Judge.
Yep.
I need that explained to me.
Workers' comp?
Well,
Yeah.
So once a year, we do a payroll estimate, and then after that year is finished, we have an actual, and whatever the difference is.
They reimburse. Yeah, or that we have, it's always more probably than what they estimate.
the late fees, what I'm questioning.
That's on the next one, and I'll discuss that as well.
Yeah.
And Squire Coomer, all workers' comp policies, I don't care where you at, do get audited just about every year.
Yeah, that's not just government. I mean, that's private, everybody. Yeah,
I just want to make sure that we are going to get the finance charges removed.
yeah. Okay, so on that one, the $28,818, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Need to approve the invoice from CAECO All Lines Fund for $512,179.64.
Motion.
Motion by Botts,
Second.
second by Gross. Discussion.
This is not in addition to what we already approved. Prior, we approved the wrong amount. To be kosher with the auditors, we are rerunning it through with the correct amount. There was a late fee because of that, but I'm talking with them to get that removed, so.
Okay. And it's coming from CAECO. Okay, we can work on that. That's fine. Okay, yeah. Insurance is expensive. I mean, it's crazy. But it's just because of all the storms and everything that, everybody's, yeah. I hate that. So, all right, that's, well, we have to pay that. So all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right. Anything else?
I just want to thank again the road department,
Did I miss anything?
emergency
I
management,
do this.
solid waste, the sheriff's department, every department, the county court clerk's office, everybody, she shoveled off of the square. I mean, I've seen a picture of it.
How about workers'
And
comp?
she done a great job. We didn't have to file a claim of workman's comp.
Picture's worth
I
a
said, now
thousand
don't
words.
fall down. Listen.
But I do want to say
Yeah.
that we get scrutinized because we spend too much money sometimes. But these guys come and ask us what they need to keep this county looking like it did and looking like it does. And look what it done. It paid off. I am so proud of Barren County. I mean, I went into the other counties and I felt, bless their heart, they were trying too. But we rocked. And it wasn't, there's no I in team. It works as a whole team.
Yep. Okay, real quick too, I told, and they're not here today, but we are proclaiming this month, as it says, whereas the Commonwealth of Kentucky has long recognized the importance of identifying and nurturing students with exceptional academic abilities, creativity, leadership potential, and artistic talents. Whereas gifted education programs across Kentucky provide appropriately challenging instruction and enrichment opportunities designed to meet the unique academic, social, and emotional needs of advanced learners. Whereas these programs help cultivate innovation, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills that prepare students to become future leaders, professionals, and engaged citizens. Whereas educators, administrators, counselors, and families in Barren County demonstrate ongoing commitment to supporting gifted and talented students through dedicated instruction, mentorship, and the encouragement. And whereas investment in gifted education strengthens our local schools, enhances community achievement, and contributes to the long-term economic and civic vitality of Barren County and the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Now, therefore, I, Jamie Bewley-Byrd, Judge Executive of Barren County, Kentucky, do hereby proclaim our continued support for the gifted education in Kentucky and recognize the vital role it plays in academic excellence and future success of our students. I encourage all citizens of Barren County to join in celebrating and supporting gifted and talented students, educators, and families who work diligently to foster excellence in education. And I will do Diana Wallace. I don't know if y'all know, or sorry, Dinah Wallace, Mark Wallace's wife. She was the gifted and talented education teacher at Austin Tracy, and she's done a lot for Barren County schools. She wanted us to recognize this, and I support this as a former gifted and talented student. I do think that it gives kids, I've got a kid now in the program too, and it's really neat to see them get opportunities because, you know, it pushes kids that really truly are. So, anything else? And Dinah Wallace, if you've never had her as a teacher, she was one of my favorite teachers. She was great. So, anything else? No? No? All right. Any motion to adjourn?
I make the motion.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Kinslow.
Second.
Second by Pettigo. Next fiscal court meeting is March the 3rd, 2026, and it's the virtual option. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Meeting adjourned.